Here, you want coffee?
Oh, my gosh.
I just picked one up for you.
Did you brush?
Yeah, in the river. So how did you sleep last night?
I really had a good night. The best night. Place, but amazing night.
It was unforgettable. Wonderful.
I'm so glad that Gino enjoyed himself last night and he gave me his sperm. As I call it, the fish, which is good because I'm ovulating. But Gino really thinks that I can get pregnant immediately. And it scares me because I haven't told him about the fertility issues that I faced in the past. I'm very nervous about telling him because he had baby fever. Now, I want to show you something. A woman doesn't...
Wow, you've been busy.
I know. Let me explain. So a woman cannot get pregnant like 30 days or 31 days of a month. So it was yesterday. This is the first ovulation day. We accomplished the goal. One fish is one time us, you giving me fish. We making love. So today, you know, that is the next day of my ovulation, 2 fish.
Why 2 fish?
Because we have to make love twice.
Twice?
Well, get ready for the 5th, that you have to do it 4 times because it's the higher day. Because this is this day is super important.
I'll need my blue pills that day.
So for 6 days, we have to make love 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. In 6 days.
That's a lot.
During the ovulation window, there are days in which there is a highest possibility of getting pregnant. And during those days, you know, you have to give him more fish.
I mean, sex 4 times in a day, 3 times in a day, you know. It just seems like a bit much. Are you sure you're not exaggerating?
100% sure.
You're making this such a panic and such a rush. It's gonna take the realness out of this.
It's not.
Let it be natural.
It's not gonna happen naturally
Yes,
if we
it was.
don't make love the days that I'm ovulating.
I don't want it forced like this.
We are not forcing it. We are planning to have a baby, and I'm not the most fertile person in the world. It was very hard for me to conceive my son, JC. It was very hard. It wasn't just like, oh, it happened. It wasn't like that. I even had to go through hormonal treatment to get pregnant.
You never told me that before.
I always knew from the very beginning of our relationship that Gino wanted to have kids, but I was afraid of letting him know that, hey, I struggled with fertility before. The whole thing was very hard on my relationship with my ex. That's why I'm scared that it will affect also my relationship with Gino. But now that we're trying to make a baby, I need to be 100% honest. To sustain my pregnancy, I have to receive daily an injection. It was very traumatic for me.
Baby, don't be in such a panic. You're young. You are only in your 30s.
The fact that I'm now the age I am, it's gonna make everything more difficult.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna naturally happen and you'll get pregnant when you least suspect it.
I'm very relieved, baby, that I finally opened my heart. I was really nervous to tell you. I thought that you will be so mad at me.
No. I understand why you waited to tell me, but just have some faith. Everything's gonna work out.
You are the amor of mi vida.
Oh. I'm gonna miss this place.
I'm not. I never gonna come back. Now that I'm back from my honeymoon, I need to focus on my kids. I really miss Panama a lot. And I'm very excited about bringing my children here to the United States and finally be together with them. This is all that I pray for years.
Hola.
¡Mami!
Hola.
¡Mi camisa!
Mi camisa ahora.
Cada vez que llamo tienen algo mío puesto. I still need my mommy in my life. We have always been close. And while I'm living in the United States, my mother and my sister are the ones taking care of my children because I wouldn't trust any other person in the world. Yo sé que los niños ahorita están en la escuela, pero ¿cómo la están pasando? ¿Están...?
Bueno, los niños están bien. Fiancé es el que está bastante triste, donde dice que no te quiere decir cuando habla contigo que está triste, pero que te extraña demasiado.
O no voy a descansar hasta traerlo.
Lo que pasa es que, mira, tu error es que tú le dejas todas las decisiones o esos procesos a Gino.
Before coming to America, Gino promised bringing my children here, so he better keep that promise. And Gino will need to understand that if he doesn't, there is no freaking way on earth I'm staying here without my kids. The only way is that I die and you have to bury me here. Ojalá y Dios quiera todo esto con la visa, mami, se dé pronto y podamos estar todos juntos.
Ya.
Mamita, ¿y cómo andas de salud?
Siempre tengo dolor y eso me tiene así como, a veces como que me deprime.
Yo sé, mami, pero todo va a salir bien. Tú vas a ver que sí, esto.
Bueno, mi reina, tengo que hacerme unos exámenes. Yo tengo que salir en un momento.
Te amo, mami.
Sí.
Bendición, madre. I'm very worried about my mom's health. He hasn't been feeling well lately, and no one knows what's really going on. So this whole situation is very scary. I honestly, all I want is to buy a ticket and go home and be with my mom, because there are days in which I cry because I want to hug her, and that's not physically possible. Niña, ¿qué es lo que está pasando con mi mamá?
Mi mamá le están haciendo una especie de unos exámenes, dentro de eso una biopsia.
¿Y cuánto salen los exámenes esos que ella se tenía que hacer?
Alrededor de $800 por ahí.
Y no los tiene, obviamente. Yo se los voy a pedir a Gino. Gino me los va a tener que dar. Pero una biopsia, bueno. Pero niña, una biopsia es para ver si tú tienes cáncer.
Sí, pero el doctor dice que es para asegurarse de que, como para asegurarse de que no.
O sea, si algo sale mal con mami, y yo estoy por acá, niña, que yo ni siquiera puedo irla a ver, yo ni siquiera puedo acompañarlo. O sea, si ella sale mal, yo nunca me lo voy a perdonar, niña. Ella no.
Jasmine, primero relájate.
No puedo relajarme,
Mamá, o sea, le ha dado muchas vueltas. No estés con ese pensamiento que a alguien nos va a pasar algo y tú estás allá.
Ya te extraño. I really miss my family. Now my mom is really sick. And now I'm a crappy mom. I'm a crappy daughter. Should I take a plane back to Panama right now? And I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh. I feel feel so bad right now. I'm sorry. Y sorry por la lloradera, niña, pero es que últimamente ando muy emocional. Y me encanta mi camisa rosada.
Me encanta cómo me queda el rosado.
Te quiero mucho, niña.
Chao, niña.
Hello, how are you guys doing? My name's Anthony.
Jasmine, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Gino, nice to meet
Anthony
you.
Ray. Please take a seat. Let's
Thank
get
you
started.
so much. Yes.
So, thank you guys for coming in today. First,
Yeah.
I'll let you guys tell us exactly, where you guys are at, and then we'll talk about next steps, all right?
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to start?
She's from the country of Panama.
Yes.
And I brought her here on a K-1 visa.
Mm-hmm.
And I did all the paperwork for the petition myself. And it worked out great because she's here now.
Oh, so you're
So
a
he-
semi-expert.
Semi-expert, yeah.
But before getting into that, I have some other questions,
Go ahead.
if you let me
Absolutely.
speak.
Go ahead, sorry.
One of the things that concerns me is that I'm not allowed to travel outside the United States. And as a Panamanian, I have family, I have kids.
So when you file the application to adjust status or your green card application, what you're going to file with that is your travel document. It's called advance parole. The government says while your green card is pending, you can travel in and out of the United
Oh my
States.
gosh, I'm allowed then.
You are allowed.
Oh my gosh.
That's the good news.
Oh, Anthony. Yeah.
But that's the good news. But unfortunately, right now the processing times is going to be on average 8 to 12 months. Obviously, having a professional to put everything together, make sure you have everything together and address all the issues is going to make sure that everything goes a lot quicker.
I'm having a panic attack right now, at this moment. In my mind, I thought that it was gonna take, worst case scenario, the most 3 months. I'm stuck here in the United States without my children. It sucks, but hopefully with the lawyer's help, the process can be faster so I can see my children and my mom sooner.
So regarding the kids, they're not here. Why aren't they here?
I wanna be brutally honest, Anthony. The truth is that there were rough patches in our relationship and there was a lot of struggle. I wanted to make sure that this is what I want for my kids, for my
Absolutely.
children. And now is when I'm yes, I feel like this is a safe environment to bring my kids.
So Gino, were both the kids listed on the fiancé petition?
I did not have the children on the K-1 petition. I'm not an expert, of course, but the idea I thought was to bring Jasmine over and then have her children follow. But when I file her adjustment of status soon, can I put both her children on adjustment of status and file it with her children on there?
Google didn't tell you what to do.
No, I couldn't, no.
Adjustment of status allows you to adjust a status. You have to have one before you can adjust it.
Okay.
So since they're not here, they can't adjust it. She has a status, the K-1 status, that allows her to adjust or change it to a green card status. So what you should have done in this case, even if you didn't want to bring the kids over right away, you want to include everyone on that petition, get that approved, and then later when they're ready, you just contact the National Visa Center and say, hey, we're ready to go. But because they're not listed, it's going to be impossible to, bring them over. We see this problem all too often, and, I think Gino hears it, but isn't really sinking in. I'm hoping that Jasmine can help them to make a wise decision to retain our services in order to get the guidance and proper help that they need. We don't want another screw up or mess up the process again. We're going to need to looking at the immigrant petition and then getting the immigrant visas to bring them over. We charge about $5,000. That includes your filing fees.
Mm-hmm.
That's to represent you for the next 12 to 14 months. It's going to take a little bit longer, though.
How long is long?
Hopefully it goes sooner, but it could be 1.5 to 2 years.
Wow. If I would have had both on the petition,
Including,
we would have been good to go.
absolutely. We could
Wow.
have them sitting here in 6 months.
How am I gonna tell you that it might take even 2 years to come here?
This is a nightmare. I know that this was gonna take time, but never ever 2 years. Like, if I had known that, trust me, I wouldn't be here. I feel at this moment that I make a huge mistake. I should have never come here without my kids.